Happy equinox, everybody! So I just did a shamanic ceremony and I had a channeling come through me that I would love to share with you guys. You are a river of pure potential. We are all a river of pure potential. Every day that the sun rises, every day that the sun comes up is a potential for a reset, a restart, a new choice, a new action. And I want everybody watching this today to really feel in their heart and to open themselves up to the fact that we came here as creators to play, to create, to have fun and pleasure and learn and expand. And yes, there are things here to massively overcome. There are shadows, there's yin and there's yang. But we can never, ever forget that we are the creators. We came here to paint our soul, our essence, our authentic truth from our hearts, from our soul, onto the canvas of our unique human lives, onto the canvas of humanity, onto the canvas of this earth. No matter how bad it is for you, no matter what experiences you're going through that are unwanted or unpleasant or whatever's holding you back, no matter how bad it is, we can always accept what is and intentionally create and intentionally pour our energy into something that we do want, that is wanted, no matter what. I'm talking even if you used to be a extreme mountain biker and you find yourself in a fucking wheelchair. That does not mean you can't live your life. That does not mean that you can't intentionally create. Maybe you're gonna start doing tricks from your wheelchair. Maybe you are going to work on being an advocate for extreme sports, taking care of themselves and being smart, and talk about what you've learned in your experience. Maybe you're gonna go do traveling in a camping van that has a wheelchair ramp with friends. You can literally curate your life no matter what makes you different. Even if you're blind. I knew someone that was a partially blind, almost fully blind wildlife photographer who's photographing animals in the wild and going out into nature all on her own. You can make your life what you want it to be. And when we awaken to the fact that we came here consciously and there's nothing, and I mean nothing, that happens to us in this life, even if it's suffering, even if it's bad, even if it sucks, and those things are real, there is absolutely nothing that happens to us in this life that isn't a part of a greater intentional plan that we have decided upon coming into this life. That even though when it's happening to us, it fucking sucks, and we don't want to see that that's an intentional plan, and it feels like a gaslight to even sit here and tell you that. For the sake of this video, I need you to see that these things are not something that our soul isn't aware of. It's not something our soul had happened to us the way that it happened to our physical self. Because whatever happens is still a part of your life's plan. And that means that whatever your purpose is, whatever your mission is, whatever you came here to create and play with, you still always, always, always have the capacity to be intentional about your life, from no matter where you are, no matter what it looks like. But we have to let go of our egos. We have to open our egos up to allow life to be different than we may have held on to at some point. We may be attached to a certain idea how things need to be, And when those things are taken away from us, we feel screwed over. And that is valid. And you can process that shit. But we need to understand that when we become attached to how we think our life should be or should look, and that's causing us pain, we need to be able to process it and open up to a new way of intentionally living. Having accepted the reality, we have a river of our soul that is pure potential. We are connected to the earth and the ethers and the multi-dimension through this body, through this heart. There is so much that we can create physically. And I'm not talking about some spiritual metaphor. I'm talking about physically with our bodies. We can take action and we can program our subconscious mind. We can program our mind and we can heal and we can create magic within us. And then we can take the action on that. We are magic. We are pure magic, and we are a river of pure potential. Often, to go about creating an intentional life that feels good, we have to be open to stop ultra focusing on certain things that we don't yet have, certain things that we desperately want, certain things that we're extremely unhappy about in our life. We need to work through the resistance. We need to work through the emotions of the resistance. And then we need to see how it is that we can go about doing intentionally what we want in a different way. Sometimes it means focusing on the overall health of your life and working on other elements of your life until an idea or a platform becomes clear for how to move back in the direction that you're wanting in a different area. Whenever we feel like there's no way of doing something from where we are, we're so screwed. It's always a lie, because the truth is what we're wanting may look different and the needs behind it may be various, but we can always break down what it is we're wanting in an intentional way and find a different way of going about creating it. Then maybe a certain path is blocked off. Maybe we can't go down a certain road. Maybe we're getting lost in our destination, but you can always find your way back to center. And sometimes it's about taking a different route to get there and being open to your path getting there to be unfolding and winding, and trusting in the destination, trusting each moment, and releasing the expectation to when the fruit of your labor will come about, but to plant the seed, to let the seed grow, to let the seed flourish, and to water your life each day, to nourish your life each day with the sun, and to allow yourself to own your life intentionally and to create your life intentionally and decide what you want to play in this life, what you want your life to look in this life, and to intentionally go about making every day matter from wherever you are, to decide how to make your life a little bit better each and every day, to intentionally decide what experiences you're wanting to have and to pour your energy into those experiences. If you decide to wake up one day and say, I want to message my friends and I want to get them together in nature and I want to have XYZ experience with them, you have just created a group consciousness with your creator energy that is now going to proceed into an expanded group consciousness experience that will unfold. Maybe you're wanting to paint. Maybe you're wanting to garden. Maybe you're wanting to go to group classes. Whatever it is that feels intentional to you, that feels like it matters to you, Maybe it's your purpose. Maybe it's your voice. Allow yourself to unfold and unleash your pure potential on this universe each day, and intentionally create each day to get better and better and better, and to have as many experiences each day full of pleasure, of desire, of freedom. Meet your needs in any way that you can. But when we are upset about not getting what we want in a given moment, when we're upset about where we are or where we've been in life, when we're in the mentality that life is happening to us, not for us, we start pouring our energy into doing things like coping and letting life pass us by, letting life live us. And it is my intention to everyone watching this video to break that distortion now. You came here on purpose. You have a reason for being here. Let yourself channel that reason through you. Let yourself become that reason. Let yourself blossom into that reason. Let yourself create, because you are a creator and your life matters. And life is now. So press play and breathe and live your life and allow your life to move through you. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to accept the imperfections of life. And you have to stop fighting your suffering, and instead surrender to it. Move through it and come back up again. The yin and the yang, the sunrise, the sunset, the mountains, the valleys, the peaks, it's all moving, it's all changing, and it's all happening in you, in humanity, on this planet, in this universe today. Let change happen. Let yourself be moved. Let your life matter.